Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This is Jim with Sketching with Jim, and I'm glad you could join me again today for this sketch. I decided on a photograph from Pixabay today. Something that we've seen many times traveling on the eastern coast of Canada. A small fishing shack and some boats in a small safe harbor. It brings back good memories, even though I didn't take this photograph. It still has the feeling of and the memories that I hold for the coast. Anyway, the way this photograph was and this scene was set up, and the color of the shack just gave me ideas for the composition. I did take some of the buildings out behind the shack. Cropped the photograph a bit to just center on the focus on the red shack. I'm using the Pilot fountain pen again on the multimedia paper. At the end of the video, I always put a list of the supplies I used on that particular drawing, which is easier than you having to ask what I'm using. And I usually forget to say what I'm using in the commentary, so it's easier for me and you if I just write it in the list at the end. I liked the composition of the scene and the hills behind, and how they came down, pointing down to the shack with the boat, and the shoreline in the foreground pointing up also, almost like a V, with the shack ending up as the apex, the top of the V. So it kind of spoke to me in a kind of design way, and I'm still learning design and how to compose a drawing. But I think this one came out not too bad. As I said, this invokes all sorts of memories and good trips to the coast, to Atlantic Canada, and seaside fishing villages are just about. I imagine they're very similar all around the world. They have that smell, that look, that feel about them, which is always nice to experience. And for some reason, the sound of the seagulls in a place like this sounds different. It sounds nice compared to seagulls in a city going for a McDonald's French fry. It's kind of a different feel. Even the smell of old seaweed along the shore is pleasant. Whereas in some situations, probably it wouldn't be the smell of rotting vegetables. But if we look hard enough, there's always something pleasant to be seen and to be heard and smelt, wherever we are in the world. I may not be the most positive person in the world, but I try once in a while, especially when I'm talking to you guys. When I first saw this cliff in the rocks, I thought maybe, okay, that's going to take some thought to draw, because it has so many ins and outs and cracks and shadows. But I just let the pen do its work and just flow with the certain lines and try to simplify as much as I could and retain the feeling of the cliffside. I had to also decide which of the rocks and the shoreline I was going to put in, how much of it. Again, trying to simplify but not get too complicated. So instead of doing every single rock, I chose small bunches of rocks and hoped they would convey the idea of a rocky shoreline. And the small white boat actually went with the scene quite well, because the shack, the building is quite small, the fishing shack. To have a large fishing boat in there, it would have maybe taken away from that. So the small white boat really went well with the scene. Plus, it was pointing in toward the shack, which kind of leads your eye and your mind toward the dock area and the shack. And again, there's some small Adirondack type chairs on the wharf there. Even though the fishermen have a hard day out on the water, a lot of times they do take a moment to sit and relax. It's always important for me to get in that nice dark of the windows. As if putting those in gives you the impression that there is an area behind. You can almost see inside and imagine the bits and pieces, the fishing gear hung up, and the tools of the trade. I like to get a lot of the darks areas in, the shadow areas in with the pen before I paint. And again, depending on your choice, you could leave this as a pen and ink drawing, or you could paint it as I did. It could stand alone either way. In fact, sometimes when you're out in the field on location and you wanted to sketch and keep it very simple, all you need is a drawing pad and a pen. You could always color it back at your house or at camp afterwards. But to create something, to create a memory, all you need is something to draw with and a piece of paper. Perhaps maybe the simplest form of art. And the horizontal lines indicate where the water is, and the ripples, and putting some stronger, closer horizontal lines underneath the dock for the reflection, and alongside the boat reflection really helps. I always seem to start with the sky color, and it's just a straight cobalt blue. Put some down and then clean the brush off a little bit, get some fresh water, and then just kind of smooth out the edges. It's a fast, simple way to get the illusion of sky and cloud. And then, of course, the nice bright red. Now I remembered from when I was talking about the barns I was doing before, to try to not to make it so solid. So I came in with a little bit of clean water and kind of spread it around. And I kind of liked how that came out. Not too thick. Red enough to give the building character. For some reason, even though you don't see the horizon or the ocean in this scene, you can imagine where it is, and the ocean's just down the way there and past the harbor. In fact, our minds and our memories can make up a lot of fill in a lot of the gaps that we don't see in the actual drawing or painting. And it's always nice to leave something for the imagination of the viewer. Let their minds wander. Maybe hear the lap of the water on the rocks. And see the boat swing back and forth in the tide. And although I don't have very strong shadows in this picture, perhaps I should have made it a bit stronger, but I think you do get the idea of a nice bright day. This didn't take too long, maybe 30 minutes at the most, the drawing and the painting. And I sped it up 1.5 times for the video, so that I can keep the video nice and short. I made sure I got the nice red of those chairs in. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and please send some comments and tell me what you think, and any ideas of what I might do to keep my viewers interested or engaged. And the 3 birds flying over the cliffs, enjoying the breezes, the sea breezes. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. I really enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again.